Dave Brat is now the congressman from the 7th District in Virginia, and he's joining us on the line. Congressman Brat, thanks for being with us, and thanks for knocking off Eric Cantor last year.
Hey, great to be on, Howie. Thank you. Thanks much.
Well, listen, what is going on here with these attacks on Scott Walker for saying what most Americans agree with, that, if we're going to have an immigration policy in this country, it should benefit the American people, not the people who are coming here, especially people who are coming here illegally. And if you're going to let people in legally, they should be performing jobs that no Americans can do, and that's not the case in a lot of these visas that are being issued now, is it?
Yeah, no, you hit pay dirt. I think even our side, the Republican side, we're scared of our shadow. We're especially scared of the 2016 presidential election. The buzz is that we have this demographic issue with African American, Hispanic voters, and instead of saying, "Hey, these are our brothers and sisters in the Judeo-Christian tradition, a tradition we share with everyone," we backtrack on our first principles and pay attention to what some of the crony capitalists want, and they want cheap labor. And so it's just a bad brew, and it's damaging.
Didn't Coretta King write a letter to Congress once saying you've got to do something about illegal immigration because it's hurting poor black people? I mean, didn't Cesar Chavez try to make sure that illegal immigration was going to be stopped because it was hurting American citizens who were in the United Farm Workers? I mean, this is all on the historical record, isn't it, Congressman?
Yeah, it's all there, and the workers know it. But the elections, it all comes down to elections and the big money. And so that was the unique thing about my race. The people in the 7th District came out in spite of the money and put me up for a variety of reasons. But my district, I'm very lucky, pays attention to the $18 trillion in debt and the $127 trillion in unfunded liabilities. And then just the economics of immigration is pretty straightforward. If someone comes in from the South America or whatever with a 9th grade education or so, they make $20,000, pay very little in federal income tax. And if you got 2 kids in school, that's $24,000 right there that someone has to pay.
Right. I thought, I've seen numbers, and I think they're conservative, that say 57% of all immigrants, whether they're working or not, are on some kind of welfare program. Listen, I want you to hear something. This was Fox and Friends. You may have seen it this morning. This was Jen Psaki on the president's spokesman talking about DACA, but just about the economics of it. It's just insane. Listen to this, Congressman.
Well, let me tell you what DACA is about. DACA is about not only giving a path to individuals who are in the United States. It's morally right. That's why the president supported it. But it's also a step that we believe is important for the economy. Puts more people paying taxes, puts more people in the job market.
What's your reaction to that, Congressman?
Well, it's Orwellian in a serious way. I taught ethics for 18 years. I know the whole history of everything. And to say it's morally good to violate the law is something that no ethicist I know believes in. There's a guy named Moses, some people out there might have heard of, often referred to as the law.
Right.
And that tradition goes all the way up to Martin Luther King.
How about the New Testament, too? Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, right? You follow the law, whatever country you're in, supposedly.
And it's cynical. And, I mean, their argument there, and it's more cynical than even Psaki there. It's the CBO heads. They're scoring these things and saying, hey, this is good for the economy. If you bring someone in, the economy grows. That is a true statement, just so your listeners know. If you bring someone in, they will grow our economy. But no one cares whether the economy grows by a few pennies. What they care about is their income after transfers and taxes. And that is where the average American worker is going to get just shafted. And so everybody knows. Right? We just went over the main thing. If someone comes in and I care about all these people. I taught third world economics. I worked at the World Bank. And the last thing the left, though, is in favor of is spreading free markets abroad. The only thing that will help the poor. And so the left is cynical across the board. And so the answer isn't to import 7 billion people here. The average American knows this, right? I think there's only about 10% in favor of this kind of crazy immigration policy.
Yeah, 7%, I think. Less 7%, than 7%.
Yeah.
Or again, this is according to a Reuters poll. Not exactly a right-wing organization, Congressman. Right.
No, elections have consequences. We have to win a few more and send a signal. And then, I was very upset on the Cromnibus. We funded Obama's unconstitutional amnesty, and the House leadership said they're going to fight tooth and nail against that thing. For 6 weeks, they did nothing. And at the end of the process, they were running ads against conservatives for standing strong on the Constitution.
Congressman, who's the best of the Republican candidates for president on this issue of, saving American jobs for American workers, stopping the funding of this unconstitutional executive amnesty, et cetera, all of these proposals?
Well, I mean, Cruz is good on free markets. Rand Paul came in and helped me out. He's a friend and a great guy. He obviously knows how to get the economy going. Walker's seems to be true blue from the Midwest and actually has put these policies in place and fought hard for his state. It seems like he's a fighter. And that's what people sent me here for. I think that's what they sent a lot of Congress here for, is to fight against a lot of the destructive policies coming out of the Obama administration.
Exactly.
And we're not doing it. And so,
Congressman Brat, we're out of time. If people want to read more about you, where should they go?
Just Google Dave Brat, DaveBrat.com. I got an official side, and then I got the campaign side. Facebook is probably the best place to check me out and see what I'm doing. I'm visiting my constituents.
Great. Thanks, Congressman. I'm Howie Carr.